For the past 20 years, South Park has not so much been pushing the boundaries of good taste in storytelling as much as obliterating them. And after 2014's The Stick of Truth, the minds behind the show proved they could push just as many limits when it came to the world of video games. Now, 3 years later, the team at Ubisoft and South Park Studios are back with South Park: The Fractured But Whole. Taking on everything from the superhero movie genre and identity culture to the Catholic Church and common video game tropes, The Fractured But Whole hits all the right notes from the show's best episodes. The writing is some of the best you'll find in a game, and it improves on the Stick of Truth's combat and mechanics enough to make it well worth picking up. There are still some minor flaws that carried over from the first game, namely how easy it is, but The Fractured But Whole easily overcomes them, making it a must-play for fans of the series. The franchise prequel. If you want to get the full story behind The Fractured But Whole, you're going to have to watch South Park's 4th episode of the season titled Franchise Prequel. The episode follows the boys Stan, Kyle, Cartman, and Kenny as they play superheroes as part of Cartman's Coon and Friends team from the show's popular Coon and Friends story arc. View photos. Eric Cartman's Coon is back in action and just as depraved and self-serving as ever. More. The boys and their friend are working out their plans to launch a superhero movie franchise, but end up splitting into two groups, Coon and Friends and the Freedom Pals, when they can't agree over which kids get their own standalone movies. Butters has also reassumed his identity as Professor Chaos and is sowing discord throughout South Park with his Chaos minions. The game kicks off with you, the mute new kid, as you try to join up with Cartman's team. Like any good role-playing game, you spend the first few missions shoring up your character selection. You can choose from 3 initial classes including Brutalist, a tank, Speedster, the movement-based class, and Blaster, a ranged character. You'll eventually be able to unlock additional classes and combine classes, letting you mix and match the character setup that best suits your playstyle. As you move through missions, you'll also gain new party members with their own unique abilities. Leveling is handled via the game's hero rank system, which sees you complete portions of this story, side quests, fight enemies and collect specific items, like the unsettling yaoi-style pictures of Craig and Tweak, to gain experience points. Each new level allows you to equip a new type of artifact, which augments your party by improving members' health, power and the effects of certain kinds of attacks. You acquire artifacts by collecting them in the world, crafting them or buying them from merchants. View photos. The human kite in the alternate universe human kite. More. Artifacts also impact your party's might score, which you use to determine if enemies or missions are too advanced for your current ranking. I found the first few artifacts a bit lacking, especially when I purchased a far more powerful one at a nearby shop. That said, they do add another dimension to the gameplay that helps add a sense of depth that was missing from the Stick of Truth. DNA upgrades provide you with additional boosts to your power, though you'll have to balance the disadvantages they have to your character with their advantages.